Welcome back to the channel. It is Lacey Danelle here. So guys, I just wanted to give you a quick intro to this video. It was one that I recorded quite some time ago, but I thought it was important that I bring it over to this channel as well. I used to think only me was struggling with something like this, that only me this happened to, but then I realized other people face something similar or even the same challenge. But I hope it blesses someone today, and I will see you guys once you're finished viewing. Welcome to your girl, Lacey Danelle, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to know every time your girl drops a video. If you have been here with me, leave me something in the comments. Let me know how you guys are doing. Follow me over on social media as well. I'm going to drop my Facebook and IG down there. And you guys should see my IG on the screen. So let's get this vlog started. Y'all, sorry if you can hear noise in the background. The kids are back to virtual, so I gotta work with what I gotta work with here to get these vlogs done. But let's get into this topic. As you can already tell, it is about what I haven't healed from. I want to say what you haven't healed from as well. Now, for many people, they may have already done this, may have already addressed these type of things. But for me, this is something that I'm working on. I know a lot of us have things that we have not addressed, situations, events, whatever you want to say. It may be one thing, two things, multiple things. But we got to start addressing these things and start moving forward, having these discussions, talking about these things. Now, for me, a lot of people may know me. Some people may know this situation. Some people may not. But the biggest thing that I would say that I haven't healed from is the death of my parents, which that happened because they died by murder-suicide, where my dad actually took my mom's life and then took his. And this happened when I was about 3 years old. I can remember it clearly. They didn't do it, I don't want to say in front of me, but I was in the general vicinity when everything took place. And I know for a lot of people, you may think at 3 years old that I didn't remember much or I don't remember a lot, but I actually do. And I actually just not too long kind of had a conversation with my brother, I think earlier this year, about a lot of the things that transpired. And even he was like, he didn't know that, I kind of knew some of the events that took place. I think the first thing that kind of made me address this, because I had buried it so deep for so long, but what started to make it come to light was, number one, I started to come to the realization that I have a brother on my mom's side, and then I have a brother and sister on my dad's side. So it's 4 of us total. I'm the youngest on both sides for my mom and my dad. And my brother on my mom's side, he still has his dad. And my brother and sister on my dad's side, they both still have their moms. So I'm the one who's technically an orphan. The next thing that kind of made me, start realizing that this is something that I may have to address. The fact that, I have my kids now and they know one set of grandparents, but they don't know the other set because, of course, I don't have my parents for them to know. And I always say to myself sometimes, if my mom was alive, definitely would probably have her living with me to help with the kids, etc. And just realizing certain things, especially when you see certain things with people and their parents, and sometimes when people do complain about things that their parents do, and all that type of stuff. So those were kind of the main things that really made me realize, hey, maybe you need to address this. You're not over it as you think. You're not done with it as you think. Everything that you could possibly think of. And because I had kind of gotten to the point where, again, I was like, starting my journey with my relationship with God, I was like, well, God, you are my father, you're my friend, you're everything that I need you to be. So I kind of felt like, again, I can push it under the rug and not even talk to God about it and let it out and say, this is something that's bothering me. And for the longest period, and even right now, even in doing therapy, I talk a lot about, the more recent things, but never address this, never talk about it. So this is the first time for me even talking about it on such a huge scale with other people. You know, I've mentioned to you guys before, if I do YouTube, I want to do it as realistic and personal and open up to you guys as well. And just with me not being a people person, also make sure that I'm putting myself out there. So, you know, there's that. Um, and to this day, I don't want to say hate, y'all, but there's a lot of resentment I have towards my dad, a lot of feelings that I don't think I've expressed, just for the fact that I think if the situation was different, him being here, I could always turn to him and say, hey, I don't like this, or, you know, we can have a discussion about something that was done, but he's not here. So I can't really have that conversation with him. And I think that's one of the other things that kind of bothers me the most. But, you know, it's something that I do have to work on, I do have to heal from. And I would definitely like to talk to people who have dealt with something similar or even the same situation, because it's so different when you hear things on the news or see certain things about what parents did to their kids or even to each other or themselves, compared to if you have someone that you can actually talk to and relate to about the situation. Because, I mean, I've had a friend say she doesn't like to hear people say, you know, I can understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand that there's people out there who have dealt with similar situations who can give you their advice. I mean, not everything that works for someone else may not work for you, but there might be tips in there that can definitely help you grow and help you move on and help you address certain things. So I definitely, you know, would like to talk to people who have dealt with something like this, because then, you know, they can tell you, hey, I'm still not over it, but this is what I'm doing, or this may help, you know, just to have that support, to have that community. So, you know, this is just one of the things I've been working on, one of the things that I've, you know, just tried to figure out, muddle through, you know. Another thing that made me kind of push it down, I think, and made me not want to talk about it, was because, you know, especially growing up, my both sides of the family, there was a lot of tension and friction there, and I don't think they realized that even that affected me. Guys, if you are liking this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell to know every time a new video is uploaded. Also remember to like and share and leave us a comment. Share this video as it might bless someone and the channel as well. Now let's get back to it. To a great extent, you know, and I did have my grandfather growing up, which was my mom's dad, but that was only for a certain amount of time. And so I never really had that, you know, that father figure, you know, to draw from as well. So, you know, sometimes you, when you sit back and you just start thinking about a lot of things, and you know, you realize that, hey, I didn't address this, I'm not healed from this, I need to get this fixed, I need to handle this, you know. And you realize that a lot of stuff really does come from probably like your childhood. You know, and for me, I kind of realized that that was probably my first traumatic event, um you know, emotionally, mentally, you know, physically. So, like, that kind of set, you know, the tone, um for probably a lot of things. And again, you know, in forgiving people, I've forgiven people, people have forgiven me, because there's that dialogue, there's that dialect, you can talk, you can do whatever. But I don't have that to kind of lean on, especially when it comes to stuff with my dad. Because to be honest, for a long time, again, I knew this feeling was there, but I've never addressed it. I felt like you just took something from me, he took something from me, he pulled the rug from under me. And, you know, that's just what it was, um you know, just in that moment, in that instance. So, y'all, don't keep stuff bottled up. It does take time for you to want to release and talk about a lot of things, but try to start talking about it, whether it's, just small baby steps, small things that you discuss, stuff like that. Because I've had the kids ask me questions, and not just even the kids, I've had people ask me sometimes about my parents, where I just kind of brush it off and be like, yeah, my parents are from the Virgin Islands, and just kind of leave it there. Or I'll be like, well, I don't have my parents with me anymore, and just leave it as that. I've never told people what really happened, what transpired, what took place, that I no longer have my parents. So it was one of those things, or one of those topics that I would try to avoid too. So, I just wanted to kind of start off with that. I'm on a journey with this, y'all. I would definitely try to keep y'all updated. If you have questions, let me know. But even just talking about it here in this vlog and getting ready to put it out there once you guys see this video, it already feels like just a little bit of that load has again been lifted. And I know it's gonna take some time, because I've kept that buried and hidden and bottled up in me so long, for so many years, about 30 something years, and just kind of finally shifting and going through everything. But I will definitely let you guys know. If you guys, definitely in another vlog, maybe further on down the road, I will try to get into more details. But I just want to kind of get that conversation started, kind of get that out there, so that I'm starting to heal and deal with it, starting to face it head on, starting to do what I have to do to heal. Because, as they say, hurt people. I don't know who I could have hurt just holding on to that. It could be I hurt myself, hurt my kids, whatever it is. But I'm just glad that I started to put it out there and open up a conversation that sometimes we're afraid to have. Sometimes we don't know what to say, we don't know what to do, we don't know who to reach out to. But I'm gonna leave that vlog here, guys. Wow, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video. Now, even if you didn't have that particular situation or something similar, if you know somebody that did, go ahead, send them this video. Hopefully it blesses them, and let them know we are here. Let them know that we are here to uplift them, to comfort them, to guide them. I know sometimes we have so many questions to ask God about specific situations. Why did it have to happen? We blame ourselves. So many different things flood us, so many different emotions. But I thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, everybody.